Along with Tom Mariam, I'm Colin Loughran here at Yankee Stadium following what was a wild 13-7 St. Louis Cardinals victory over those Yankees. Beyond what was a funky game, though, it also marked the MLB Trade Deadline. Tom, a lot of moves got done today. It was quite the wacky day.
Interestingly enough, one team that didn't make a lot of moves today was the Yankees. We were expecting a lot more. They did not get themselves a right-handed hitting catcher. They did not do anything to the bullpen. They made a couple of moves for their offense. Luis Garcia, whom they acquired on Sunday, who had a spectacular first game here with the Yankees, including what looked to be a game-winning home run, only to have that overcome by the Cardinals' big rally in the eighth inning. And then, of course, the trade for Elliot Ramos just before the deadline, which added to their outfield. But they didn't make the type of moves that we were expecting or have seen in the past from Brian Cashman.
It was not an aggressive deadline from Cashman. Garcia did lead the NL in slugging at the point of the trade. They did have an addition by subtraction. They also traded Camilo Doval to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, they had to clean out the bullpen. Also, Jake Bird, who went to the Washington Nationals. Remember, a year ago, they traded for Doval and Bird, and also David Bednar to boost the bullpen. Bednar's been spectacular, but Doval and Bird were big disappointments.
As far as the team that plays crosstown, the New York Mets offloaded just about all of their bullpen. Huascar Brazoban, Luke Weaver, Brooks Raley, you name it, they probably got dealt. A.J. Minter as well. Really just a fire sale over in Queenstown.
I think someone needs to sing to Devin Williams, "You've got a friend," because all of his friends in the bullpen are gone now. It's going to be Devin and a whole bunch of younger players and a rotating cast. And the Mets obviously needed to clean house over there. They also sent Tyrone Taylor to the Cubs in one of the big trades that they made. They brought in a lot of prospects. How good they are, you'll never know until it comes time for them to reach the majors. Clearly not all of them are going to make the Mets because they're too many.
Tyrone Taylor packaged with Clay Holmes in that deal. Chicago got a lot better. Luis Robert Jr. and Francisco Lindor did stay put, though, Tom. They were topics of conversation all week leading up to the deadline.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned the Cubs there. The Mets earlier traded David Peterson. Imagine if the Cubs go on and win it with a rotation of Clay Holmes and David Peterson.
I mean, that would be something else. You look at the league at large. There are teams that you look at that should have done more potentially. I look at the Brewers as one of those teams that really had an opportunity to make a play for a guy like Skubal, who ended up going to the powerhouse that is the Los Angeles Dodgers. Others did get better. The Pittsburgh Pirates got better. Luke Weaver, as we mentioned, Camilo Doval. They're clearly trying to build the bullpen. Kirby Yates as well, now a Pirate. Even a team like the Phillies is better. Luis Ariz, Brooks Raley, two pieces that could help them compete in an NL wildcard race. It's getting close.
What's interesting about the Phillies is, yes, Ariz helps their lineup, but what's he going to do to the defense? We've heard they're going to put him at second base, so they're going to move Stott over to first base. Bryce Harper said he'll go to the outfield. Stott to third base. Alec Boehm over to first base. Then they're going to move Harper to the outfield. That's a lot of changes in the defense, and they had a strong defense everywhere in the infield. Ironically, but shortstop, where Trey Turner's had its problems, he's the one who's staying. But I think the Phillies may come out on the negative side of this just because of what they're doing to the defense. Personally, I would just move Ariz to first, keep everybody in place, or make him the DH and Kyle Schwarber goes to first base.
And just to bring it back to a New York perspective to wrap things up, in a year where everyone and their mother has seemingly said that the AL is weak, the AL got a whole hell of a lot better. Adley Rutschman, now a Boston Red Sox. The Tampa Bay Rays got both Liam Hicks and Freddie Peralta. The Yankees have competition in the East.
They're going to have competition in the East, and if they're in the wild card race, there are other teams. The Guardians, I thought, made some very good moves to strengthen their team over the last couple of days. Even the Twins, whom everybody thought were going to do what they did last year and just take away everybody from the roster, instead they've added to that roster. So it's going to be pretty exciting in terms of the wild card race.
We've arrived at the home stretch. The All-Star game has passed. The MLB Trade Deadline has passed. Buckle up. I'm Colin Loughran.
I'm Tom Mariam.
Capital Sports Audio.